Hello and welcome to my walkthrough of the GCSE Pearson Edexcel Mathematics Paper 1 Foundation Tier Non-Calculator paper for May-June 2024. Let's jump straight into it. So, question number 1. Write the number 18475 correct to the nearest thousand. So our answer is either going to be 18,000 or 19,000, as they are the two nearest thousands. We have 475, which is less than 500, so we're going to round down to 18,000. Question 2. Write 0.3 as a percentage. 0.3 is the same as 3 out of 10, which is the same as 30 out of 100, which is the same as 30%. Question 3. Write down the mathematical name for the type of angle marked y. So this angle is greater than 180 degrees. So this is going to be a reflex angle. It's less than 360 degrees as well. Question number 4. Write these numbers in order of size. Start with the smallest number. So we have got 0.03 is less than 0.1. This is more than 0.1, more than 0.1, more and more. So 0.03 is going to be the smallest. Then we have 0.1. Then this one is less than 0.2, and the other two are 0.2 and 0.21, so more than 0.2. So 0.16, 0.2, and then 0.21. And question number 5, find the square root of 64. So the square root of 64 is just 8, as 8 squared is 64. Question number 6. Ryan buys 4 cakes at £1.30 each, 2 identical tins of soup. Ryan pays with a £10 note. He gets £1.80 change. How much does Ryan pay for each tin of soup? So if he's bought 4 cakes at £1.30 each, that means he will have spent 4 times £1.30 on cakes, which is going to be 4 times £1, which is £4, plus 4 times 30p, which is £1.20. So he has spent £5.20 on cakes. He gets £1.80 change, which means £10 minus £1.80 is going to be the amount he actually spent. So he spent £8.20. £8.20 minus the £5.20 on cakes equals £3, which is the amount he spent on soup, and it was 2 tins. So £3 divided by 2 is £1.50 per tin of soup. Question number 7. The table shows the number of hours that Lena and Pavel worked on each of 4 days last week. On the grid below, draw a suitable diagram or chart for this information. So what we're going to do here is going to make a bar chart. So I'll write down here W for Wednesday. We're going to say T for Thursday, F for Friday, and S for Saturday. And then what we're going to do is have on the y-axis, we're going to have, what does this go up to? It goes up to 9. So we'll do each square as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to do a bar chart. So Lena goes up to 6 on Wednesday. So we'll just do this. And Pavel goes up to 7 on Wednesday. Could be using the full squares here. I just don't really want the bars to be touching. In the actual exam, use a ruler for this. I'm on an iPad, so it's a little bit wobbly, but you get the idea. Thursday, we're going to have up to 9, like this. 6 for Pavel, like this. God, I really need to work on my straight lines, don't I? 8 for Friday. 5 for Pavel. And then for Saturday, 6 for both of them. Now, the other thing we need to do here is we need to distinguish between Pavel and Lena. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say key, and I'm going to say Lena is going to be shaded boxes, And Pavel is going to be blank boxes. So for Lena, which is the first one in each one, I'm just going to shade in her relevant bars. You can basically even write above each of the bars. I could just write Lena above these ones that are shaded. Just make it clear which ones are which. And that's question 7 done. Question number 8. OA, OB, and OC are 3 straight lines. Work out the size of the angle marked X. So we know that the angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. So all we need to do to work out X is 360 minus 220 minus 90. 360 minus 220 is 140. And 140 minus 90 is just 50 degrees. Part II, give a reason for your answer. I'm just going to put angles around a point add to 360 degrees. And that's all we need for that 1 mark. Question number 9. Here is a number machine. Input multiplied by 2 minus 10 gives the output. And question A, work out the output when the input is 13. So we need to do 13 multiplied by 2 minus 10, and that's the output. So I'm just going to put brackets in here so I don't get confused. As it's a machine, we need to do it in the exact order that it's coming in. So 13 times 2 is 26, minus 16, minus 10. So our answer is going to be 16. And part B, work out the input when the output is 28. So we're going to have the input I multiplied by 2 minus 10 equals 28. So I'm going to add 10 to both sides. So I'm going to say input times 2 equals 38. Divide both sides by 2. We get the input equals 38 divided by 2, which is just 19. And part C, show that there is a number for which the output is the same as the input. So all that needs to show is that when we times by 2, that has the same effect as when we minus 10. So we need a number, an input to go in, that when doubled and then minus 10, we get back what we started. So if we put in 10 multiplied by 2, you get 20. 20 minus 10 gives you 10. So your input is the same as your output. So when input is 10, output is also 10. Question number 10. There are 24 cows and 36 sheep on a farm. Write as a ratio the number of cows to the number of sheep. Give your ratio in its simplest form. 24 to 36 is the ratio, but we can divide through by 12 here. So we get 2 to 3, and 2 and 3 are both prime. So that is the simplest form. Question 11. Work out minus 12 divided by minus 4. This is just going to be the same as 12 divided by 4, as you can just cancel the minus signs on both sides. So that's just going to be 3. Part B, find the value of 2 to the 5. That's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 again is 8. Times 2 again is 16. Times 2 again is 32. And part C, write one pair of brackets in this calculation so that the answer is correct. So let's say they went here. We would have 30 divided by 3, which is 10, plus 2, which is 12, minus 4, which is 8, not 2. Let's say they went here. We would have 30 divided by 3 plus 2, so 3 plus 2 is 5. 30 divided by 5 is 6, minus 4 is 2. That is correct. So we're going to put our brackets in there. So I'll just show you again. So this is going to be 5 here now because we're doing the bracket first. 30 divided by 5 gives you 6. 6 minus 4 gives you 2. Question number 12. The diagram shows a triangle and a rectangle. The perimeter of the rectangle is a quarter of the perimeter of the triangle. Work out the length of the rectangle. So, perimeter of triangle is just going to be 36 plus 14 plus 30, as it's just the distance around the outside of the triangle. That's going to be 80 centimetres. And we are told that the perimeter of the rectangle is a quarter. So a quarter of the perimeter of the triangle is 20, equals the perimeter of rectangle, which means that's going to be length, that's going to be 4, which means 4 plus length plus length equals 20. So 8 plus 2L, let's call it, for the lengths, equals 20. 2L therefore equals 12 when we subtract 8 off of both sides, which means L equals 6 centimetres. Question number 13. There are only £10 notes and £20 notes in a wallet. Ali takes at random a note from the wallet. Write down the probability that she takes a note with a value of more than £5. More than £5 is going to be £10 notes and £20 notes. We know there are only £10 notes and £20 notes in there. So the probability is going to be 1. It's the only scenario that can happen. There are only 1p coins and 2p coins in a bag. The total value of the coins in the bag is 40p. The total value of the 1p coins is the same as the total value of the 2p coins, so they're both worth 20p then. Simon takes at random a coin from the bag. Find the probability that Simon takes a 1p coin. So we have 20p of 1p's, 20p of 2p's, which means we're going to have 20 1p's and 10 2p's. Probability that Simon takes a 1p coin then is going to be 20 out of 20 plus 10, or 20 out of 30, which is the same as 2/3. Question number 14. Work out 273 multiplied by 54. What we're going to do here is we're going to do Napier's bones. So here we go. Just do my boxes. Just like this. 273 multiplied by 54. 3 5s are 15. 3 4s are 12. 7 5s are 35. 7 4s are 28. 2 5s are 10. 2 4s are 8. Going diagonally, we have 2 here. 5, 6, 4, carry the 1 here. 9, 11, 16, 7, carry the 1 here. 4, and then another 1. So our answer is 1, 4, 7, 4, 2. Many ways you can do that multiplication. I just find Napier's bones the quickest and the cleanest for that sort of thing. Question number 15. Tessa recorded the times that 15 adults took to complete a run. She showed her results in a stem and leaf diagram. Find the median. Right, so we have 15 adults, which means the median, being the middle number, is going to be the 8th number. So we have, they're already listed in order because it's a stem and leaf. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 64, therefore, is the median number. Find the range. That's just going to be the highest number minus the lowest number. So we have 81 minus 45. 81 minus 45 is just 36 minutes. Tessa also recorded the times that 15 children took to complete the run. For the children, the median was 75 minutes. Compare the times that the adults took with the times that the children took. Right, so the median is higher for the children. Therefore, children were slower on average. I'll also write adults were faster, as it took them less time. That's all we need for that one. Question 16. Batteries are sold in packs of 4, 8 and 12. A pack of 4 costs £1.80, a pack of 8 costs £3.20, a pack of 12 costs £6. Which pack gives you the best value for money? You must show how you get your answer. So, for the pack of 4, we have £1.80, and what I'm going to do is divide it through by 4 so that I can work out how much it costs per battery to work out the best value for money. So £1.80 divided by 4 is just going to be 45p per battery. And then we're going to say that for 8, it's going to be £3.20 divided by 8. So it's going to be 40p per battery. So that currently is cheaper. And then we're going to have 12 is going to be £6 divided by 12. And that's going to be 50p per battery. Therefore, it's going to be cheaper to get the pack of 8 per battery. So pack of 8 is best value for money per battery, as it only costs you 40p. Question 17. Solve 2 lots of 4x minus 5 equals 18. So I just need to expand out that bracket. So 2 times 4x is 8x. 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. That equals 18. We'll add 10 to both sides here so that we get 8x equals 28. Need to divide both sides through by 8, but what I'm going to do first is divide through by 4, just because they both divide by that, and we're going to get 2x. Right, divide by 4 here. 2x equals 7. Divide through by 2 next, so x equals 7 over 2, which we can also write as 3.5. Question 18. Write down the value of 10 to the 0. The easiest question on the paper, in my opinion. That's just 1. As anything to the power 0 is 1. Question 19. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. We can see this isn't a reflection, this isn't a rotation, the shape is still in the same orientation it was at the start, which means this is going to be a translation. So it's a translation, and that just means we're moving it. So we need to find out what vector we're moving it with. So if we look at this top right point here, and where it goes to here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So we can just say it's a translation 5 minus 4, and that's all we need for that. Question number 20. Here are the first 4 terms of an arithmetic sequence. Find an expression in terms of n for the nth term of the sequence. So if we look, there is a gap of 4 here, a gap of 4 here, and a gap of 4 here, which means our sequence is going to be 4n plus something. So if we put in number 1 on the sequence, the first term of the sequence, so we're going to have 4 lots of 1 plus c equals 1, because we have 1 here as the first term. So we're going to have 4 plus c equals 1. Therefore, c would be minus 3 here. We're going to test it for the second term. So we're going to have 4 lots of 2 plus minus 3. So that's going to be 8 minus 3, which equals 5. And that agrees up here. Therefore, I'm happy that our sequence is going to be 4n minus 3. You can also test it with the third if you want. So we would have 4 lots of 3 minus 3. It's going to be 12 minus 3, which is going to be 9, which agrees to here as well. Question 21. Work out 3 and 4/5 minus 1 and 2/3. So the way I would do this is I would make them all top-heavy fractions first. So this is going to be 15/5 plus 4/5 for the first term, minus 3/3 plus 2/3 for the second term. So 19/5 minus 5/3. Now I'm going to make them a common denominator, so we'll make them 15ths, as that's just 5 times 3. So we're going to times top and bottom by 3 on the left-hand side, so that's going to be 57 over 15, times top and bottom by 5 on the right-hand side, so that's going to be 25 over 15. Now we can put them together, and we can just say that's 32 over 15, which is the same as 30 over 15 plus 2 over 15, which is just 2 and 2/15, which is the format we're going to put the answer in, because that is the format that the question was in. Kevin was asked to work out 2 1/3 times 5/8. Here is his working and his answer. 2 1/3 times 5/8 equals 7 1/3 times 5/8 equals 35 over 24 equals 1 9 over 24. Kevin's answer is wrong. What mistake has he made? So let's just check what he's done. 2 1/3 is going to be 6 1/3 plus 1/3, so 7 1/3. That's correct. 5/8 hasn't changed there. That's fine. 7 times 5 is 35. 3 times 8 is 24, so that's all correct so far. So this is going to be 24 over 24 plus 11 over 24. So he's made the mistake here. So all I'm going to put is he should have 1 and 11 over 24, as he has not converted his mixed number correctly from 35 over 24. The rest he's done correctly. 22. The diagram shows a plan of a floor. Petra is going to cover the floor with paint. She has 3 tins of paint. There are 2.5 litres of paint in each tin. Petra thinks 1 litre of paint will cover 10 metres squared of floor. Assuming Petra is correct, does she have enough paint to cover the floor? How I normally do questions like this is I do an imaginary dotted line here, and I treat these as 2 shapes. So since we know this is 5 here, and that's 8 overall, that means this bit here has to be 3. It's 8 minus 5, 3 meters. So that means this bit here is 18 meters squared, and this bit is just going to be the 10 times the 5, so 50 meters squared. So total area is just going to be 18 meters squared plus 50 meters squared. It's going to be 68 meters squared. So she has 3 tins of paint, 3 tins, and there are 2.5 litres in each tin. So she has 7.5 litres total. If 1 litre covers 10 metres squared of floor, then 7.5 litres covers 75 metres squared of floor. Therefore, she has enough paint as total area is 68 metres squared. Apologies for my handwriting. Hopefully you get the gist. So that is absolutely fine. She has enough paint. Part B, actually 1 litre of paint will cover 11 metres square of floor, so even more. Does this affect your answer to part A? You must give a reason. No, she still has enough paint. As now paint will cover more floor. Or words to that effect. You can work out the exact number it will now cover. I even just write she will have more left over as well, just to make it obvious that I know that she's now got even more coverage of the floor. Question 23, here is a Venn diagram. Write down in the numbers that are in the set P dash. So that's just going to be all the numbers that are not in P. So we're going to have 10, 14, because they're the ones that are in Q and not in P, 11, 13, 16, and 17. Part B. A number is chosen at random from the universal set. Find the probability that this number is in the set P union Q. The probability that it is in the set P, U, Q. So that is going to be all the numbers that are in P or in Q or both. So that's going to be 12, 15, 18, 10, and 14, which is going to be 5 numbers out of the total 9. So 5/9 is our answer here. Question 24. Sophie travels a distance of 513 kilometers on a motorway in France. She pays 0.81 euros for every 10 kilometers she drives. Work out an estimate for the total amount that Sophie pays. So, if she travels 513, we're going to say that's approximately 510 kilometers. She pays 0.81 euros. It's approximately 0.8 euros. So we're going to say that for every 10 kilometers she drives, she pays 0.8. So 510 divided by 10 is going to be 51. So we need to do 51 times 0.8 to get an estimate. I'm going to say that's approximately 50 times 0.8, which is going to be 40 euros approximately. Is your answer to part A an underestimate or an overestimate? It's an underestimate as all our numbers are rounded down. We rounded 0.81 down to 0.8, we rounded 513 down to 510, and we rounded 51 down to 50. Question 25. Here is a straight line drawn on a grid. Find an equation for L, for the line. So first, it's going to be of the form y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the intersect. So I'm going to take a point here, and I'm going to take another point on the line here, and I'm just going to draw a little triangle. I'll call this A, I'll call this B. So to work out the gradient, I'm going to say that the difference in y over the difference in x is going to be our gradient from B to A. So y has gone from 6 to 3. So we're going to say dy dx equals 6 minus 3. And then the difference in x has gone from 2 down to 0. So we're going to say over 2 minus 0, which means we're going to have 3 over 2, and that is going to be our gradient. So y equals 3 over 2x plus c, and c is going to be our y-intercept, which is just 3 here. So c equals intercept, which equals 3. So we have a gradient of 3 over 2 and an intercept of 3. And therefore that is our equation of our line. M is a different straight line with equation y equals 5x. Write down the equation of a straight line parallel to M. If it's parallel, the gradient's going to be the same, so it's going to be an equation of y equals 5x plus something. Let's just go with y equals 5x plus 1, for example. And we are done there. Question number 26. Kasim has some small jars, medium jars, and large jars. He has a total of 400. 3/8 of the 400 jars are empty. For the empty jars, the number of small jars compared to the number of medium is 3 to 4. Number of medium compared to the number of large is 1 to 2. Work out the percentage of Kasim's jars that are empty small jars. Okay, it's a 5-mark question. 3/8 of 400 is 150 empty jars. Start with that. We know small to medium is 3 to 4. small to medium. Medium to large is 1 to 2. 1 to 2, medium to large. This is the same as saying 4 to 8. By doing that, I can then put them all in 1 ratio. So small to medium to large is the same as saying 3 to 4 to 8. And we know this is 150 jars, so we can say that adding all these up, so 3 over 3 plus 4 plus 8 is the same as 3 over 15 is going to be small, 4/15 is medium, 8/15 is large. Of the 150 empty jars, we want to find out how many are empty small jars. So 3/15 times 150 are empty and small, which is going to be 30 jars. Therefore, 30 out of 400 total jars are going to be empty small jars, which is the same as 3 out of 40. 1 out of 40 is going to be 2.5%, as that's 100 divided by 40. So 3 out of 40 is going to be 7.5% for 5 marks. Question 27, almost at the end. In a sale, normal prices of TV are reduced by 30%. The sale price of a TV is £280. Work out the normal price of the TV. All we have to do here is £280 divided by 0.7, as we're basically trying to work out what number was times by 0.7 to get us to 280. So if we're dividing 280 by 0.7, that's the same as dividing by 7 over 10, which is the same as saying 280 times by 10 over 7, as we flip the fraction and flip the operation. That's going to be 2,800 divided by 7, which is £400. And last but not least, question number 28. Solve x plus 11 is less than or equal to 5 minus a half x. I'm going to times everything by 2, so I get rid of that half x. So I'm going to get 2x plus 22, less than or equal to 10 minus x. Add x onto the other side, we get 3x plus 22, less than or equal to 10. Take 22 onto the other side, we get 3x is less than or equal to minus 12. Divide both sides by 3. X is less than or equal to minus 4 is our final answer. And that's the end of our paper. As always, thanks very much for watching. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'll catch you next time.